Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Tasha Cooper Ware, CEO and founder of HLS Collective, and I'm here with one of my amazing clients to give a testimonial about her experience working with us. Then I have Kemba Hendrix today. Kimber and I go way back. Way back. And I know I've said this maybe 3 times now because I'm realizing my people stick with me. And I really appreciate you always being there and always being consistent to show up for yourself. Um, yes, a little about Kimba. We met circa 2000. We're trying to figure out, y'all, like 2000
In like
five,
2005.
five or six. So I was a newer trainer back then. So thank you for sticking with me. And Kimba was about to start law school and totally different space than where she is now. But I'll let you, Kimba, tell us a little bit about yourself and where you are now.
Yeah, when I met you, I had probably been in DC three, two, 3 years.
Okay.
I'd been teaching. At that point, I was rounded out almost 10 years in the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
After post college, and I transitioned into law school, and like multiple careers and life changes, and a husband and a kid, who's now about to start high school. Like we've evolved as humans together. Um, together. And I will say at this point in my life, it's strangely, but like this is maybe one of the things that grounds me. And at that point, I never would have thought that. I thought very differently about the role that movement and food and all of those things played in my life, and that like they just are diametrically different than what they are now. And
Amazing.
yeah.
And that was actually part of my first question. Like, what working with me was, what was the thing that made you say, I can't do this alone anymore?
As you know, I'm not a person who asks for help, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
but it just got to a point where I mean, like hyper independence is a trauma response. Like I'm a person who strong arms myself into doing things through rigor and discipline, and to be sick and tired, right? Like my health. And I'm now at the age where I'm looking at my parents aging and what that looks like, and having to bear more responsibility for it, and trying to still be here for a kid, because I'm like, I had a child in my 30s, and they're still really young, and I want to still be around
Yeah.
when they're my age, right? So that
Mm-hmm.
means I have to do some different things. And so the thing that is different now is like, rather than bullying myself into doing something to the point where I am sick and tired and it's not working with myself and working with my body and thinking really differently. I don't think about working. I don't even call it working out. It's more about movement. It's more about my mental health than even the physical part. The physical part comes as a
Yeah.
result of consistency. I think another thing that's changed, rather than perfection, I think the P is now persistence. I understand the difference between the two and the impact of
Mm.
that. It's just a completely different mind shift. Like, you can't discipline yourself into, because the discipline was like,
You have discipline.
yeah, like you can't eat asparagus and whitefish for every meal
Right.
forever.
Exactly. Forever. For the rest of your life.
That was miserable. And
Mm-hmm.
like, to get to a place where it wasn't even working anymore, and I was overweight and having health issues. I mean, like, it's just, I'm holistically a different person. That was like peak pandemic when we started working out again. I'm thinking
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
stress
Yeah.
of new, very senior, very visible job,
Mm-hmm.
homeschooling a kid, building like, I was basically running a startup
Mm-hmm.
as the world was coming
Crumbling.
apart, and my health, like, I was falling apart with it, literally. Like, my blood
Mm-hmm.
pressure was high. I think I was on like an antidepressant blood pressure medication. And they were looking at my cholesterol,
Mm-hmm.
and I was 45, 46.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
And I had a very visible line of where that was going to lead to, because those were the problems my parent had. And what had to change was I was doing what people told me. I was dieting, I was exercising, and it wasn't working.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that I was able to be there for you. I do enjoy helping people kind of look at their big picture life and say, okay, but where do you fit in it? When are we
Yeah.
going to take care of you? Where are the changes? It can't. It will all crumble down if you crumble. So we can't let that happen. So what's one rule or habit you used to follow religiously that you've completely let go since we started?
More is more.
Is more.
Yeah, like 2 days on no sleep and
Oh,
not eating.
yes, more is not better.
Um,
You have not slept
that was
or eaten
not,
for
that was
days.
not, I don't do that anymore. And I can tell, and it's even not about like the weight anymore. I've let like this, I understand the scale as a reference point, but I think more about how do I feel? Do I feel like I'm managing my stress?
Mm-hmm.
Have I been outside? Um, Looking at movement as a what can I do forever, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I think I was doing CrossFit for a minute and almost I know there was an MRI involved. I don't remember
Oh
what
yeah.
it was, but like I was just trying to do all of the things and they weren't necessarily about sustainability. And been a huge, huge thing that I've let go. More is not more.
More is not
Um,
more.
More is
Absolutely.
not more.
And that's definitely part of the programming is to give you something that you can do and give you longevity and vitality and preferably no MRIs because so walk me through what actually shifted once we built your plan and you had me in your corner.
Um, it really came like, what could I do every day? Like if I had to eat one meal every day, what would that look like?
Mm-hmm.
So understanding that food is fuel,
Mm-hmm.
um, that was a huge shift. That like foods aren't bad, but if you're eating consistently, um, I think we always have that, and you'll catch me like, girl, what you been eating? You look a little fluffy. Because like when I start eating like the high processed like things that are triggered my desires by like stress, I feel it in my body and it shows up in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Before it shows up as a number on the scale. And before I was just so focused on the number of the scale, I wasn't thinking about, oh, can I sleep?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, how's my sleep hygiene? Am I doom scrolling at hours that I wouldn't normally be? Like I'm looking for other things as tells.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more about management of the holistic part. Like, yes, I need to pick up heavy things and move them. Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But I also think about movement as a part of my day. I learned that I love riding a bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
um,
Yeah.
like I love bike riding. Who
Who
knew?
knew? Who knew? We were like, I was like, if you like outside, try it. Go.
And
Do
so it's,
it.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't even think about it as a workout. I can be outside and 30 miles later and be like, oh, that was lovely.
Yeah.
Let's go
Yeah.
hydrate and eat.
Yes. On with my day.
On with my day. And those were all things that just seemed out of reach.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even look at like I'm not competing with anybody else. It's not about time. It's not about, well, I compete with me. Like, can I beat my time? Can I go further than I did? Can I in this same 45 minutes? Because I'm not trying to get to 90 minutes now. Like in the same 45 minutes used to be 2 miles and now I can do 6. Like those are the
Mm-hmm.
achievements that I'm looking at as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to where I started. And as the consistency stays in,
Yeah.
um, I get to learn what I'm capable of. And it's the reminder that like I just have to show up for me every day.
Yeah. So, what are you most proud of since you started coaching? The results
Um,
that you've been able to have.
like let's name the number. Like I've lost, as of today, I've lost 65 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yes.
Like it's 65, almost 70 pounds. That's like a whole
That's a
middle
whole.
schooler.
That's a whole middle schooler,
It's a
indeed.
whole
Because I
middle school.
almost a high schooler. Because I was like 100 pounds when I graduated high school.
Yeah, like
Ballet
a
size.
my child is now my height. So I was like they shot up in the last couple of weeks, and so they're a little more, but like right. But like I look at pictures and people don't recognize me. It's like, so yes, there's the movement on the scale, but more of it's I recognize me more now than I probably ever have.
Yeah, we've done a lot of spiritual work and other things too. I was gonna say your glow and your I'm not dealing with that also looks different.
My fuck
Looks
efficiency is different than it was.
I like it. Yeah. And I think that comes along with even the confidence and consistency to just show up for yourself week to week and really kind of relearn who you want to be and where you are.
Yeah, that wasn't something I thought about before, which is
Yeah.
why I was so sick. I could sacrifice, I could do hard things for everybody else.
Yeah. But
and I was optional.
Yeah, and then this ease started manifesting in your body. So, so tell me what about a day when you don't feel motivated but you stay consistent anyway? How did having me to keep you accountable help you show up?
Ooh. Are you back? Okay, you're back.
Yeah, you're good. You're back.
Okay, I didn't hear all of the question because it went. I heard.
Oh, it went out. Oh, okay, no worries.
Yeah,
I said
it was like being consistent, and then it cut off for me.
I said, how did you stay consistent anyway, and how did having me give you accountability? How did that help you?
Like, I'll be honest, I'm not always consistent, but it's I know that I can start again, and that's not a failure. I think that's the difference. I would I would beat myself up so much for not being perfect. And that's the difference in the priorities. It's persistence over perfection. I think it's just, okay, well, you didn't show up for yourself yesterday. Are you going to wake up tired tomorrow? Or
exactly.
Or if we feel better, or will we, like, and it's also the recognition that part of you feel like shit because you've been treating yourself like shit, and those are directly correlated. And knowing that I have the power to make that change. Like, there are things you can do for a short time. Like, you may have a hell week or you're traveling or something else, but I also know how to get back on track. And I know, like, there are some things like, okay, I went on vacation and I drank all the things and I ate all the things and I did all the things. I know I can come back and detox, but that's a short-term thing as a entry point to reestablishing habits and to removing toxins. It's not the answer, and it's not the long-term fix. And so it's about balance and ebb and flow. And like, if you think of all the cycles going, like the cycle of a wheel, it goes up and it goes down, and how those things work together. I know how to control that cycle. So when things feel like they're spiraling out, I know how to kind of rein it in, and I know that I have some power in that because I've done it before.
Amazing. So if someone's watching this thinking I'm too busy or I always fall off, what would you tell them about working with HLS?
I have all of the other things that go on my calendar because I'm sitting here looking at my Outlook calendar. It's on the screen right there. I just plug me into it. And so if you're an entrepreneur, like, I'm an attorney, and so I think in billable hours, like, I am one of my billable hours. Right? And that 30 minutes of movement, or that 45 minutes, if it's a tight week, that 20 minutes sometimes, right? That means that I'll actually sleep better. That means it'll save me like the week of stomach issues, that, like, all of the things that come with the other part. Those are all, I'm aware enough about how I feel on a given day to recognize when I feel bad, or to recognize, ooh, I feel better, right? Sometimes I take that for granted. But to look at the ebb and flow and the connection between missing the things that feed my spirit and my body, and
Mm-hmm.
make me feel better and give me energy,
Mm-hmm.
and where it is when I'm exhausted. I know I need to lay down sometimes and just say, F it, I'm not doing anything because this is going to hurt more than it's helping right now.
Mm-hmm.
Giving me those boundaries.
Amazing. Yeah. Well, it sounds like you've learned a lot over the years, which it seems to start is starting to become a lifestyle where it just fits, and the people in your life really understand too. Like,
Not all the time, and
not
that's
all
not
the
my
time.
problem. That's not my problem, right? Like, I think that that's the other shift too, where like, yes, there are absolutely some times where in this moment I'm picking my child or my husband or my job over me.
Mm-hmm.
But I now know that that can't go on forever.
Right.
And I know all of those other people and all of those other things pick them over me all the time, right? Because that's
Mm-hmm.
human nature. And if it is human nature, if we all have some selfishness, like I can be human.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for
Um,
sure.
so it's teaching myself to tell the, oh no, that's selfish. Is that hypercritical, especially as a woman where we were programmed to believe that our job is to sacrifice. I see what that looks like
Mm-hmm.
holistically. Um, Also, I will say, like, I have a job and a career that looks at structures and history, and like I have to know all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so it's very evident to see that those structures and how they were designed and what they were designed to do, I can call bullshit on certain things.
Mm-hmm. For
Sometimes,
sure.
and it is very frequent where I can call bullshit on the that's not you. Telling yourself that you're selfish because you're not. Let's look at the data.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you've been eating trash because I can look at the data. It's in my app.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't slept well in a week. I can look at the data. It's in my watch.
Mm-hmm.
um, you haven't gotten your steps in 3 weeks. You haven't been outside. So it's winter. You need Kemba, you need sunlight. No
Mm-hmm.
wonder you feel like crap.
Exactly. Science
Yes,
and facts say this makes sense. This is it.
yeah,
It's
like
no.
yes, they're working on your nerves, but you haven't been doing the stuff to give you the release from the people work on your nerves. Go touch grass. Like,
Exactly.
like,
Go touch a dumbbell.
yeah, like
Right?
go pick something up and throw. Like you want
Yeah.
to, you're frustrated. Go jump on my trampoline. It's like it seems like the silly things, but it is. I've picked movement that feels like play too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was telling one of my clients the other day that she had a trampoline. Anna, who I interviewed earlier, and she said, I should get a trampoline. My daughter's in one of them. I said, yeah. I said, when she can't go outside and she doesn't want to use her row and forget that Peloton, she'll get in trampoline and watch her show, So she said, I'm going to do that. So I said, and it's going to feel like play. And it's easier on your joints. So,
Yeah, and like I'm old, and that's the other thing. It's like, I can run every now and then. I hear the, well, you should run, and then I do it.
and
and
I am the opposite of an advocate for the run. I'm like, keep
and
your
like
joint.
I feel like I got hit by a Mack truck. I jump on the trampoline for an hour, and
Yeah,
I could do that again tomorrow, and it would be no harm, no foul.
exactly.
That's the goal, to be able to do this every day.
Absolutely. My motto is too much pain, you can't train. So I always try to keep it as moderate as possible because I'm thinking of this is not for 12 hours, this is not for 12 weeks, we're trying to get to 12 years. So,
Yeah.
you know, so based on your experience with coaching, who would you say this is for? This coaching,
Me.
who's it really for?
Oh, like I was like other than me, and so like
Yeah.
I'll explain. So, are you busy? Do you have a lot of stressors on that make this necessary for you to manage that lift? Have you thought, I think also like women who don't know, well, I just need to do more cardio or maybe do Pilates. I was like, I will be 50 this year,
Mhm.
right? I need to pick up heavy things because biologically I need to maintain bone density because I know at 80, I want to get myself up at the toilet by myself and I don't want somebody to
Yes.
have to be in there with me.
Mhm.
That sounds so
No, I
either,
always say that. I'm like,
yeah,
that's what you signed up for. So you're like, do you want someone to have to wipe your or not? Do you
yeah, but
want
I
to
don't,
say you don't want
I
to? Yeah.
but if hyper independence is a trauma response, this is a trauma response to avoid that, right?
Or just like a little privacy.
Yeah, I don't. That's not. I don't.
I
I'm
think
not
that's
the
a good
guy.
goal to have. Yeah. You
Doesn't
plan on being
seem
here a while.
so. I think we think that there's so many that we're carrying so much that it's another add-on. But for me, I don't. I never thought I would be one of those people who saw their workout time because I don't ever want to do it at 5 a.m. Right? And
You're the
people are like,
second one to say that.
"Yeah, look, my morning workout is for me." Well, I'm not a morning person, so I can't get on that bandwagon. But I now understand when people are saying, and it's not about the exercise. Like I love the bike ride because I forget. It's as close as I'm ever going to get to feeling like Beyonce because the wind is blowing and
Yes.
it's 100 degrees outside, and I feel like I have my own personal fan moving me, and I go places that are pretty. So it's not necessarily about like the sweating and all of that other stuff. It's the connection with movement. It's the connection with nature. It's those things.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the way that I'm looking at it, is like, that's what's for me. That's who this is for. Or can you find yourself in sustaining your health? Can you find yourself in learning to enjoy places and people and activities that you might not have thought you did before? It's really not a one size, and also it's not a one size fits all. You'll tell me to do the rower and I won't do that shit, and I'll go on a walk, and still
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
understand I've got to move my body for 45 minutes. However I do it,
Mm-hmm.
that's what it is. That a walk in the mall? Is that I'm plugging my car in, and while it's happening there, I'm just walking around a parking lot? Like you can fit it in your life if you're thinking about it, not as an add-on, but as what are the things in the context of my life that I can do? Like, I think you've been very intentional about teaching me how to make it work, not as a additional. It's actually time saving. Like, my lunches are prep for the week, and I've come up with something that works because I actually enjoy eating that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yes, I can eat it every day.
Yeah.
Do I get bored? Yes. And so sometimes it's a pork meatball with Asian spice, and another time it might be jerk. Like it's a what is my lunch in a way that I can prep for 35 minutes on a Sunday, and then in between meetings or in between calls, I can grab it and heat it up. I don't have to think about it beyond that.
Yeah.
Or I'm not spending, it's also money saving. Who thought that?
Right.
Because I used to think of lunch as like the one meal a day. Like I would go out and buy it because it was the one meal a day, that it wasn't dictated by other people's tastes or interests. And that was not a treat. Well, the things that you can grab, and most of the things that are direct access to an office job, which I had, nothing to do with what I needed or wanted or what fed my body. It was, this burrito is available, and that line is the shortest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. You're like, because I got to go back and be a robot in the office, and they don't care about your health. But we know now that, if you passed away, your job will be posted before your funeral even happened.
Right.
So,
And somebody else would be in there in 3 to 6 weeks.
yeah.
Actually, immediately, because they just added as additional duties onto one of my teammates.
Mm-hmm. That part. And my mom worked in HR at State Department, and she said she felt so bad because one day that literally happened. The person hadn't had their funeral yet, and they were sending her job posting to put up for them. So, yeah. So, last question. What can you do now or believe about yourself now that seemed impossible before you started coaching with me?
And I really do think that it is, hard things are like doable in bites. I don't have to get it all right immediately.
Mm-hmm.
We started with like stretching, and sometimes like the stretching was hard.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like I could pick up 100 pounds and carry that shit up the stairs.
Yeah.
And then stretch after that.
Yeah.
It is belief in increment. Like better is good. There's more that I will be able to do if I keep at it. I don't know what I'm like. I think it's that's it. I don't know what I'm capable of.
Yeah,
Why don't I give myself the opportunity to figure that out? And that's something you can do at any time, at any age,
absolutely.
with limited capacity.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you so much, Kimba, for coming on and sharing your journey and your experiences. And hope someone out there hears this and feels motivated to join us and be a part of our community and to help you, just overall bring a holistic 360 approach to your life, your lifestyle. There are solutions out there for you. You don't have to do it alone. There is a team. There are people who also have gone through it who can show you there is a better way to feel better. So thanks again, Kimba. Is there anything else you'd like to say or leave us with?
Pick you.
Pick you. I love that. That's a great way to end it. Pick you because you matter. See you guys next time.